Welcome to Christ Church Spitalfields in the East End of London. It's been a place of worship for nearly 300 years and it's witnessed a variety of music from pop concerts to classical recitals. Now the Songs of Praise team is setting up a stage for an artist with a rich and varied career. Tony Christie has been having hits for almost 40 years. Famous for songs such as Is This the Way to Amarillo and Avenues and Alleyways, Tony's been described as having one of Britain's most revered voices.
Tony has a timeless voice. If he has a song that tells a story, there's no one better, really.
I think, actually, I heard him recently, I think the older he gets, the better the voice is.
This year is Tony's 70th birthday. It's a chance to look back and reflect on an impressive career. In this week's special Songs of Praise, Tony talks to me about his faith and how he believes angels guide him. He goes back to his first church and his musical roots. And he performs some favourite hymns and brand new songs. Well, as you can see, we've got our congregation, we have our wonderful musicians. All that's missing is the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Christie. I think it's fair to say they love you. Oh. One of the world's greatest singers. This is going to be brilliant.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was only me that said that.
No, I think everyone agrees, don't you? What I'm really excited about is the fact that you've chosen the music this evening. We're going to start with a great hymn, Praise My Soul, the King of Heaven. Why have you chosen that one?
Because it makes me happy and makes me want to smile.
Let's smile and sing, ladies and gentlemen.
My soul, the King of Heaven, to his feet thy tribute bring. Ransomed, healed, restored, forgiven, who like me his praise should sing. Praise him, praise him, praise him, praise him, praise the everlasting.
Well, this is a rare treat, an opportunity to chat to you. I know you're very private. What I've never understood is, how can someone so shy stand up in front of thousands of people?
It's a thing I've had to fight all my life, to be honest with you, Khaled. I mean, really, really very badly shy. I think in a way it's held me back, career-wise. The fact that I couldn't look people in the face, I couldn't be in a crowd, I couldn't bear to do autographs and all that kind of thing.
Are you a different person when you're up there then?
Yeah, I'm two people. On stage I'm a person called Tony Christie. And when I get off the stage, then I become Tony Fitzgerald, which is my real name. It's just like acting, basically, you know.
Is it still enjoyable for you, though, when you're on stage?
I love it. Music, I mean, music is what I live for. It's in me. It's in my hard drive. I can't get away from it. All I ever wanted to do, even from being a little kid at school, I thought, well, what good is learning? But maths, English, it's no good to me. I'm going to be a singer when I'm a man. And so that's all I ever wanted to be, a singer.
I know you sang recently in Lichfield Cathedral. That must have been a wonderful experience, because I know for a fact that both your grandsons were in the choir there, weren't they?
They were, yeah, choruses there, yeah.
So what was that like?
A great friend of ours died, and they had a mass there at the cathedral, and I said, do you mind if I sing a song in the middle of the mass? And they said, no, you know. So, and I sang a Chopin piece called So Deep Is the Night, or Tristesse, the classical title. Just my piano player and myself, and I stood there and sang it with tears rolling down my face. But that was a thrill. I mean, a huge cathedral was fantastic.
And when you sing in a cathedral or a church, do you feel that you do have, through the music, a connection with God?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're standing, any church you walk in, whenever my wife and I are away, anywhere, we always find a church, go and sit down. And it's like a miracle, because you walk through a church door and it's peaceful, and what we normally do is go to the altar, we get a candle and just light a candle for whatever, and spend 10 minutes just sitting peacefully looking around.
I think we should hear you perform some music again, and this is a nice link, really, because you've had so many great songwriters want to write music especially for you, and that's what we've got here now, isn't it?
Yeah, I finished an album in January. I worked on an album in Nashville. About 4 or 5 of the songs were written for me by Graham Goldman from 10cc.
Right.
This one is almost like an anthem, basically. The words are very apt for singing in a church, actually.
Brilliant.
I'd like to perform it for you.
You go and get yourself ready.
Thank you.
Well, I can't wait to hear this. Can you? With our band and string section, this is Tony Christie, and You Are My Lifeline.
I've been going down a rocky road. It was taking me away. I was never good in stormy seas, so I began to pray. Help me find a brand new day. All I needed was a helping hand, guiding me through thick and thin. You took me to the promised land. I knew you'd let me in. You are my lifeline. You are my soul. You are my angel. Let the angels take control. I was thinking as the sun came up about all my crazy schemes. Now I'm sipping from a loving cup. It's time to live our dreams. You are my lifeline. You are my soul. Let the angels take control. From the outside looking in, are the planets all in line? For my world was in a spin, I was running out of time. Running out of time. You are my lifeline. You are my soul. You are my angel. Let the angels take control. You are my lifeline.
Tony has come back to the Yorkshire village of Dennerby to show us his childhood church. It's a place where he found his voice.
Wow. This brings back a lot of memories. I was a product of a Catholic father and a Protestant mum. So I was actually baptised here when I was a baby, about 70 years ago. I sort of drifted into religion because a lot of my friends were members of the parish of this church. And we used to have this glee club. We used to go and sing different places. And they said, do you fancy singing in our church choir? You know, we could do with a good voice to augment the choir. So that's what I did. They're much steeper than I remember, those stairs. Oh, here we are. I used to sit at the back. My God, this really brings back memories of standing up here. To hear the organ start, and then when the choir started, bang, I was literally in heaven. And of course, because we were at the back of the church, we were out of sight basically, so we could wear our normal clothes, you know. And in those days I'd be 16, 17, and I'd be wearing my Italian suit, you know, which was all the rage in those days. They're smart, they're still smart. See, I'm back in fashion already. Ah, Jim.
Nice to see you again, mate.
Great.
Jim Beachill worked with Tony when they were teenagers.
Tony I knew he was singing in the choir at the time, and, you know, he used to sing in the office. It could be annoying, but you could tell very easily he was a very good singer. He was good looking, he's got jet black hair, and wherever we went, the girls liked him and this kind of stuff. He was a brilliant guy. We had some great nights out together.
Amazing. It could be Coronation Street, that, couldn't it? I mean, it really is.
To bring back memories for the two old friends, Jim has brought with him home movies of the church's Whitsun processions from the early 60s.